What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be talking about source dragons that tie in with elemental powers. So let's talk about this. Now, over on Ninjago Blue Sky, Glenn Lacken, who is one of the writers of Dragon's Rising, posted day 6 of source dragons that tie in with elemental powers. For day 6, we of course have life, the heartbeat of the universe. Life is not just the means, but the will to survive. So, yeah. We only have one more day left, which is for the Source Dragon of Balance. But for right now, we're only focusing on the Source Dragon of Life. Now, which elemental powers will be included? Well, one of them is obviously gonna be energy, just because that it was mentioned or revealed that the Source Dragon of Life is a descendant to Lloyd's elemental power. So that makes sense. For other elemental powers, I feel like the inclusion of poison, nature, and plants also makes sense because throughout our life, we also have those as well. So those elemental powers make sense to fit in with the Source Dragon of Life. But we're going into complete blind territory because I haven't viewed this at all. So this is gonna be my first time viewing this, and this post is very fresh because this came out 37 minutes ago at the time I'm recording this. Starting off, we of course have nature. This one is quite obvious, and this one makes sense. We of course have nature, one with the leaves and the dirt, able to read the writing and bark or whispers through spouts on the wind, and Burke with the power to command these forces to defend the natural world. Yes, nature makes sense, and it's quite obvious to include this one in the Source Dragon of Life. Makes sense, it completely works. Next up, we of course have, okay, poison. We're two for two. A corruption that turns a body against itself, deadly yet beautiful in its effectiveness. Yes, poison also makes sense, so that one checks out as well. Alright. We're off with a good start. Alright, 3 of 5. Plants. The greenest of thumbs, curation and growth of vegetated on a grand scale beyond what is normally possible. Not a command, but a caretaker. Yes, plants is everywhere as well as in our life. So plants also make sense to be fit in with the source dragon of life. All right, we're 3 for 3. So let's see the last two. Okay, wow, size. Okay, did not see this one coming. To live is to grow, then weeder. Living beings come in all sizes. All right. I was not expecting size to be in the source dragon of life, but this sums it up, I guess. So this kind of makes sense. So yeah, we're 4 for 4. So let's see if energy's on this list. If not, that's kind of disappointing. And yes, that's perfect. We of course have life or energy or power or green and whatever Lloyd's elemental power is. So able to tap into energy that redactive, all living things to use or redactive. So that's Lloyd's elemental power. Basically, we don't know any information regarding on Lloyd's power. The only thing that only talks about is redactive and redactive because we don't know what it is. So yeah, and Lloyd is of course the MVP. Yeah, that makes sense. But those are all of the elemental powers that connect to the Source Dragon of Life. Just to recap, we of course have nature, poison, plants, size, and life, energy, power, green. Whatever Lloyd's elemental power is, so be what you be on which like name you would call it. Life, energy, power, green, whatever Lloyd's power is. So yeah, the most surprising one to me has to go with size. I was not expecting size to be here. But hey, I mean, there wasn't even a placeholder for size, so this is what we had to deal with. And I'm okay with having size to be with the Source Dragon of Life, because all human beings come in all different shapes and sizes, so that makes sense. So yeah, those are the 5 elemental powers that connect to the Source Dragon of Life. And stay tuned because tomorrow we'll do the last day for the Source Dragons that tie in with elemental powers, that being balance. So stay tuned for tomorrow. But what do you guys think about those 5 elemental powers that connect to the Source Dragon of Life? Leave all your thoughts down in the comments down below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys subscribe, turn on notifications whenever I post a brand new video, and until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!